A police official in Ohio pulled over a man by the name of John Felton for no good apparent reason. Now, Felton captured everything on tape. Apparently, he drives a nice car, and as he was driving, he got pulled over. But also, know that he didn't get pulled over immediately. The cop followed him for a very long time and then decided to pull him over because he didn't signal 1,000 feet ahead of when he made a turn.
100 feet.
100 feet,
Which is still absurd.
Yes, which is still absurd. So he didn't signal in time, according to the cop, and then it led to this exchange. Take a look.
The reason I'm pulling you over today, sir, is because you didn't signal 100 feet prior to your turn. I
saw
what? You turned your turn signal on, but you didn't turn it on 100 feet prior.
Did I say he was going to do all this? I watched you turn me the whole time. I said, well, I don't know why this cop is behind me. I'm glad I got my video camera on, too.
Well,
I did signal.
Okay.
I did signal. You just needed a reason to pull me over.
I'm acknowledging that you did signal. Okay, I'm acknowledging that you signaled. You didn't do it 100 feet prior to your turn.
You just needed a reason to pull me over, sir. Okay. Is there a reason other than that? Because I did signal.
Do you have your license and insurance on you, sir?
I have everything.
All right.
Jesus.
So the cop admits that he turned his signal on, but it wasn't early enough. And then it gets worse because apparently Felton did something that the cop didn't like before he decided to start following him. Take a look.
No disrespect, I don't have nothing against police officers, but all the shit that's going on now, that's some scary shit. To have a police officer just trailing you, and then you just pull me because you said I didn't signal. What? Do you know how that looks? You drive without being in the cop car, right? You know how it is when the police pulling you over. You're like, I'm not doing nothing. Why is he? Every move I make, why is he making it? I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
Because I have a Michigan plate. Other than that, why was you trailing me?
Because you made direct eye contact with me and held onto it when I was passing you on Salem.
I made direct. I didn't even see you until you were behind me.
I'm not going to argue about it anymore, sir. If you want to keep talking about it, I'll just take your license back and give you a citation for the violation. We can take it to court.
So that happened.
Right. So now the cop wants to
making eye contact while black.
But also the cop wants to get out of it. Like, I know you don't want the citation, so let's just wrap this up.
Yeah, you can tell he got nervous when he said I'm taping it.
Yeah.
Right, and he should be nervous because
should be nervous. Yeah.
Look, so let's establish a couple of things. You out there, you've done signaling. You've not signaled sometimes, and you haven't gotten pulled over, and you know it, and you were right next to a cop. That happens. Sometimes they'll pull you over, but very, very rarely for signaling.
I've never been pulled over for not signaling.
For not, me neither, but I guess it could happen, right? But not signaling within the proper 100 feet buffer, you've never gotten pulled over. Unless you're blank. If you're watching, you're blank, you might have gotten pulled over for it.
If you signal for 100 feet before your turn, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
Or you're really elderly.
Right. I mean, you're like 110 years old.
That's right.
Like, I got it. Make the turn. Make the turn. Let's go. That is a crazy. Who can live with this for 100 feet? Ding, 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 ding.
And African Americans in this country often say, hey, we get pulled over for no reason at all. The real reason is because we're black. It's called driving while black. That's the thing people have been saying for a long, long time. And oftentimes some people in the white community, but usually conservatives, honestly, will say, they're making it up. They're exaggerating. They're always complaining, right? You just saw it with your own eyes, right? This isn't actors. This is a real guy, the real cop in Dayton. And you know he made that reason up. You know he pulled him over because he was black. He apparently saw inside his car, and apparently he has a nice car, by the way. Oh, you got to pull over. That's it. Okay. You're a black guy in a nice car. That is reason enough to pull you over. And so he says, no, the real reason was you looked me in the eye.
Wow.
Now you're not allowed to, those...
Don't eyeball me.
Yeah. Do you remember those contracts that the stars used to have? Like, you're not allowed to look at them in the eye? Like, that's how authority and power has become in this country, right? You're not even allowed to look at them in the eye.
But you also can't win, because if you don't look them in the eye, then all of a sudden you look suspicious. Like, why are you avoiding me? Are you trying to hide something?
By the way, there was a case of that where the cop said, well, I had to question them. They didn't look at me in the eye.
Wasn't that...
So what are you going to do?
Wasn't that Freddie Gray? Wasn't part of Freddie Gray the first...
That's right.
The initial run was that Freddie Gray was acting sketchy, wouldn't make eye contact?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, I mean, that's insane.
So,
I mean, I think that's right.
So, this is the point has been made before that we're over-policed in America, and we talked about it on Old School, that if a cop wants to arrest you, they'll arrest you. You're illegal just sitting there right now, you're illegal. They'll find a reason that you're obstructing, you're this, you're not helping me, whatever you're doing, they'll find a reason to arrest you. And that's what's wrong with America. It shouldn't be like that. It is a police state. We give them way too much power. It's amazing that he said you made, so if you don't count what he said, the black guy asked him, you know, I'm being tailed, like he's tailing. You're mirroring every move I make. I switch a lane, you switch a lane. I turn, you turn. Why are you mirroring me? Why are you tailing me? And he said, oh, because you made eye. And he knows it because you're black. Oh, man, that's what he was asking him. You're mirroring me, everything I do. We've all had that happen. A cop get up behind him. Why are you? Or I've seen it happen to other people. Like, oh Jesus, I'm glad I'm not that guy. The cop is he's right on his ass. Wait, oh, and then he's gonna. And why doesn't he have the lights on right away? Why are you waiting? And that's what this guy did. He was waiting because he didn't do anything yet. He had to wait for him. He had to make up something.
Broken tail light, whatever,
Yeah.
all those excuses. And oftentimes when you say that, usually again, conservatives will be like, well, did he have a broken tail light or didn't he?
Yeah.
Now you guys have to make excuses. Like that guy never had a broken tail light, right? And sometimes, you know, the tail light will get broken later, right? And they'll never believe it. Oh, why would the cops do that? This is what they do every day. The only difference is now we're seeing it. Before, only black people saw it because it just happened to them.
Right.
So now understand they're not lying. They didn't make it up for all these years.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that is incredibly clear. I take him at his word that it was because of the eye contact. I mean, right. So we're all believe. I mean, again, eye contact from a black person.
Yeah.
Not eye contact from a white person. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if a 68-year-old white guy in a Cadillac is driving through their nice car, right, similar situation, and makes eye contact with the cop probably goes,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Tip of the cap.
Yeah, does not follow him, etc.
So, Jack, your interview with the Baltimore cop, didn't he say that they don't make the arrests in their own neighborhood? They'll go to a black neighborhood to make the arrests?
Yep.
And now who got a black guy in my neighborhood? Well, I can arrest that guy. Right?
Oh, perfect. It's easier. I don't even have to go to a black neighborhood.
Yeah,
I got a black guy in my neighborhood. Let's find a reason to
find a
bug
reason.
him and then maybe arrest him.
Right.
And if he gets annoyed that we're bugging him for obviously no reason, I mean, when you say you didn't make you had to see your signal on, but not in the 100 feet, you're saying I'm messing with you. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And inviting that guy to get mad, because how can you not get mad? And once you get mad, oh, that's it, you're fucked. Okay, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to get out of the car. And here we go, snowballing. Like, thank God in this case the guy was taping it and the cop didn't immediately tase him or whatever for taping it. That's how it could also go wrong. But in this case, he's taping it and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I won't give you the ticket and let's call it even.
I
right?
guess the silver lining to this story is that this cop isn't as violent as other cops that we've heard about or read about in the past. Obviously, he still has those racist components to his personality or his character, but at least he didn't shoot the guy immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is America, right? Like, for those of you living outside the country, you're like, what are they doing over there? They're like, oh, thank God he didn't shoot the black guy for no reason at all. It's a good story. So, but you do it. You breathe a sigh of relief every time someone isn't murdered in a situation like that, right? That it didn't escalate to that.